Hey there, beautiful souls. Are you ready to close the chapter on 2025 and step into the energy of 2026? Astrologically, the vibe ahead is truly exhilarating. As a number 1 year, 2026 marks bold new beginnings, fresh opportunities, and a powerful invitation to start anew. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued love and support. It truly means the world to me. This year has absolutely flown by, and now's the perfect time to peek ahead and see what messages the universe and tarot have in store for you and your zodiac sign. Before we dive into your reading, take a quick second to click that subscribe button. Astrologically speaking, the energy of 2026 will feel intense, transitional, and dynamic. Expect major breakthroughs, especially in AI, medicine, and innovation, but also possible social and political shifts as humanity searches for new ways to live and lead. Karmic accountability takes center stage. Those misusing power may face consequences, while integrity and authenticity will be rewarded. On a personal level, many will be called to step into leadership and embrace new beginnings. Just remember to balance ambition with heart, communication, and emotional awareness. And yes, Mother Nature's voice continues to be strong, with possible wildfires, floods, and earthquakes, reminding us of the importance of balance and respect for the earth. In essence, 2026 is a year to embrace change, take bold but thoughtful steps, and align your personal goals with a higher purpose rooted in integrity and love. Coming up next, your personalized tarot guidance for 2026. I'll meet you on the flip side, so stay right here. All right, beautiful souls. This reading is yours, Leo. I've already shuffled the cards and I've already asked for blessings from the angels, the spirits, guides, the universe. So all that's left is to see what's up for you. All right, Leo, let's take a look at the cards that you have on the table, and then I'll start getting into the messages. You start off 2026 in January with this Ace of Swords. In February, you have the Sun. In March, the Three of Wands. April, the Six of Pentacles. May is the Eight of Wands, and June is the High Priestess. July, you have Two of Wands. You have Seven of Wands. August and September, you have the beautiful Magician card. In October, Two of Cups, Four of Swords in November, and the Nine of Pentacles is how you end out this year of 2026. Gorgeous way to start, beautiful energy throughout, and ending very strong with the Nine of Pentacles. In the beginning of the year, you start with that Ace of Swords. That Ace of Swords very much is a message of you gaining some amazing clarity. I have no idea what that clarity is. You'll know what that clarity is. But I feel like within that clarity, there has something there to do with an energy that's focused on creation and creating and using your creative abilities and really getting this clarity of mind and seeing quite clearly what it is that you should do with your creative abilities, or how you might be more creative in what you do, even if you don't have creative talents. All right. So I feel like that clarity comes in very strong for you in that month of January. And I love that in February you have this Sun card, because it's like your inner sun is shining at full strength at the beginning of this year. Obviously, January, February, getting the clarity, feeling the warmth and positivity of the sun in that month. The sun is one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck, at least in my opinion as a reader, and it is feeling so wonderful. And if you look at that card, you see the figure on that card is just jumping for joy toward that sun, and that sun on that card takes up more than 3/4 of the card. So there is such as I said, it feels like your sun is just full. It's full, and it completes you and makes you feel strong in the opening of 2026 in that month. I feel like for some of you, after a very long period of doubt, and some of you may have struggled to this point, or you've had a lot of disappointments. Many of you have been enduring something, but quite silently. I feel like you receive what you've long deserved. And I get that message very strongly in that Three of Wands with that Three of Wands. You're standing on the threshold of something because you finally get what you deserve. Respect, recognition, and stability. All right, so you're standing on the threshold there, looking out, being able to really say, I'm taking action. I've taken action. Now it will come back to you with what you've long deserved, which is that respect, recognition, and stability. And I feel like you're really not suppressing your fire energy. All right, Leo. So I feel like you're ready to put it out there, right? That's what that putting your ships out there is about in that Three of Wands. And on that Three of Wands, you notice there are 3 wands at the top. They each have fire. They're like torches of fire. So I do feel like you're ready to let it burn, and you're not going to be suppressing that in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that if anything is holding you back up to this point when you start this year, it's going to dissolve, and everything's going to fall into place. Okay? When we move into this March, April, May, you have this Six of Pentacles, this Eight of Wands, this High Priestess. First of all, first and foremost, in financial terms, I feel like this is a good year for you. It feels like a very balanced year financially. The Six of Wands is very much a card of give and take. Having enough, knowing how to spend it, spending it wisely, giving when you can give generously, and knowing to keep back when you need to be able to get through some leaner times. But I feel like for some of you, there is quite a breakthrough this year. And I do feel for somebody, you'll be able to turn an ordinary business, something that's kind of, just very ordinary, very plain. Maybe you think it's small, and you'll be able to turn it into a very, very stable source of income. Okay, so even if it's like a hobby or something, I feel like you think it's just, oh, well, this is just a hobby, but it could be a really thriving business for you. All right, the universe is empowering you. That is direct action in that Eight of Wands. Okay, the universe is empowering you because you are not afraid to take responsibility. All right, and you have this natural ability to lead, and that's going to shine through even more than normal, okay? Because it's a time of action in that month, okay? And in that season there, which, it's around May, so we'll say late spring, more or less, in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. And, it is a time of action. You're going to feel a surge of energy. That is what that Eight of Wands is. It's targeted, focused energy, shooting all at one target. All right? So I feel like very much a surge of energy. You're going to have a desire to act, and you're going to create. And with the creation, you're going to influence. And that is where I feel like maybe your creative abilities are going to come into play, as I stated at the beginning of this reading. There's something about your creative abilities or being creative to take something ordinary and to turn it into something very, very special and very, very profitable for you at the end of the day. All right? I mean, I do feel like this lays the groundwork for you for, I don't know, years to come, okay? In that, whatever that thing is that you take and you just say, oh, maybe I could turn this into a business, all right? It's really, really important is come June that you do not doubt your intuition. You're going to get signs, you're going to get signals, you're going to be seeing messages, and if you open your eyes you will see them, and it's going to give you the right direction of how to play this whole thing out, how to make it profitable, what to do, when to do it. Okay, if your heart says yes, that's how you know you're on the right path, my friends. Okay, listen to your heart, and if your heart says yes, you're absolutely on the right path. Now, anything that you obviously do in those months there, right, are obviously going to bring, long-term growth. I feel like it's really a long-term perspective here that you should be looking at. Now, I do also feel that for some of you, maybe not all of you, so take the messages how they resonate, somebody has a chance to make a name for themselves on what I'm going to call a new level, all right? Or on some kind of new or different career path, and a lot of career growth, all right? So, that won't be for everybody, but certainly I'm feeling that is also something that can be obtained here. And for some of you, you might make a change, and that change is going to be like, it's going to turn things upside down. So again, in your High Priestess, listen to the messages it's giving you. It will tell you move, don't move. It will tell you take this and you'll level up. Just always be listening in on to that. Okay. Now let's get into July. 2 of Wands, August, 7 of Wands, Magician here in September. I'm gonna say 2 of Wands. This comes a time, or it'll maybe a moment, a month where you're going to have to make a choice, or a choice, the time is going to demand a choice from you. And that choice is going to be either for you to stay in the familiar, what you're doing today, how you feel, everything's same, same old, or for you to kind of step into something new. And I get that it can be fearful sometimes, just because, when we're safe and we're looking out on the outside, we don't always want to jump to anything new, because we say, well, what if, all right? But I feel that if you take the risk, that you could get everything that you really wanted, all right? So maybe there's an element here of bravery, okay? Now, I do also feel that you do act without fear this year. So that's why I'm telling you, take the risk here, because I do feel most of you are at a point where you say, enough is enough. Just let me try it. Let me dive in. What can it really hurt? Okay? And we get into the 7 of Wands. We're in a time of powerful inspiration, and where you feel strong, where you can begin to create, where you can begin to plan, and you can implement ideas that were maybe in the past would have seemed unrealistic to you, okay? I feel like you have this confidence with this Seven of Wands, but also with this Magician, you have this magic, this ability to manifest, this ability to create and do whatever it is you want to do. I don't know who this message is for, but I feel for somebody, maybe you're going to write a book. I feel like somebody's going to write a book out there, all right? So you have the magic to do it. You have the confidence to do it. Maybe it's back here in July that you're deciding to do it, and you dive in, and it's a really magical thing. I feel like it's going to be quite easy for some of you to create that. That might be your creative writing. You see, when I was talking about the creativity I was feeling at the beginning of this reading. And let's get into the last 3 months. 2 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. You know, October here, you know, this is sort of more of a meeting. I feel like there's a meeting chance here. You know, a new person might be involved here. This could be a love interest for some of you. For many of you, it could just be a friend. For some of you, it might be somebody who's going to help you with your business. It could be somebody who helps you with the publishing of your book. I feel like for some of you that there is somebody here that is a new person, and this person's going to make you feel like you can be yourself. And that's the best way to feel, by the way. So take that as a sign of this is a good person for you, all right? In any area of your life, in any way you want to look at that relationship. Now, if you are already in a relationship, I'm going to tell you that, or if you're not even looking for love, that this is a period of time of restoring trust with people around you, all right? Your partner, if you have one and you're in a relationship, or if you're not looking for that, just with your friends, with people that you deal with on an everyday basis. You're building trust and you're restoring trust, okay? And I feel like you get into this latter part of the month, and in November you might feel a little bit sleepy, you might feel a little bit tired, but I feel like that's a period of you know, kind of restoring your strength and your energy, okay? You will be setting some healthy boundaries for yourself in that last few months. And even, I feel like, even though the world's in turmoil, no matter what state of the world, this 9 of Pentacles here is showing me that you're going to stand confident at the end of 2026. You're going to be strong. And it gives you back this year, this full year of 2026, it gives you back that which is most important, and that gives you back your sense of self, and it gives you yourself back. All right, my lovely ones, that's where I'm gonna leave your reading for today. I truly hope that something in these messages resonated with your heart. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I know that many of you watch these videos who aren't subscribed yet. Let's fix that so then I can bring you live tarot sessions soon. And as we move into the holiday season, I want to wish you a happy, healthy, and peaceful time. I will see you again very shortly, my friends. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.